Hi, my name is Sacha Morgan, and I am the founder and CEO of Healthy Clean Air for All. So, a little bit of background information. So, in 2023, major wildfires in Canada caused severe air quality deterioration across the US, with New York City experiencing some of the worst conditions. These wildfires highlight the urgent need for sustainable solutions to protect air quality and public health. So, a little bit about us. Healthy Clean Air for All is a nonprofit organization founded in response to these air quality crisis. It's based in New York, and we're dedicated to addressing the root causes of air pollution and advocating for cleaner, healthier air for all residents. And our mission is to improve air quality in New York City through data driven analysis and community engagement and policy recommendations. So let's look at some of the trends that I've analyzed. So the first trend is trends of air quality over time. We can see that many of these emissions here are decreasing over time. We can see that black carbon is decreasing, nitrogen dioxide is decreasing, and sulfur dioxide is decreasing. And we see nitric oxide is decreasing. But the only thing that is increasing here is our ozone. So the ozone emissions are right here, kind of stable around this time, but now from around 2022, it's started to increase. So let's understand why that is. And we can see a substantial decrease over here compared to the rest. Okay, so I also made an AI model to predict what's going to happen in the next few years. So let's take a look at what we can see from the data. We can see that all types of emissions are getting decreased over the years. And we can see that the only emission that's going up slightly is ozone. So ozone seems to be going up very slightly over the years. So that challenge needs to be addressed. And let's look at the impact of air quality on health over time. So we can see that respiratory, asthma, and deaths, hospitalizations are decreasing here as the ages go by. We can see cardiovascular hospitalization is also decreasing, and we can see this cardiac and respiratory death is a little random, but it's increasing over here. So let's look at the trends. So we can see that using the AI model I built, we can see the prediction for the next few years. We can see that all of these values are decreasing except for the cardiac and respiratory deaths due to ozone. So ozone is a big problem that we need to address. So let's look at trends and transportations. So we can see the trend of monthly bicycle use in New York City, and it's steadily increasing. And we can also see that car usage is also increasing. And looking at the prediction model that I created, we can see that in the next few years, this is going to steadily increase as well as driving. But let's look at why this is. So we can analyze the correlations between driving and emissions, and we can see that there's a negative correlation between all types of driving, but this is kind of a weaker negative correlation. That means it doesn't really have much effect on the nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. So cars don't really have an effect. So basically what a negative correlation means is that as there's more car usage, there's less carbon emissions. This could be due to many other factors. That means that as well as car usage is increasing, other factors are helping maintain good air quality here. So let's understand why that is. We can see a substantial slope that is negative on these correlations between biking and emissions. This shows that biking might be one of the key reasons that there is less emissions over time, and we can see that they have greater slopes than driving. That shows a stronger negative correlation compared to driving. And this could be the reason why emissions are decreasing. And if we look at the annual greenhouse gas emissions, we can see that most of these emissions are from building and transportation. So there's very little in waste, and we can see a decrease in New York City's greenhouse gas emissions. And if we want to really dive in deep to understand where there is a change in, we can see there's a change in building energy, there's an increase in natural gas, but every other factor is decreasing. So more emissions could be due to that. Okay, let's talk about the targeted solution now. So we're going to do control precursors of ozone formation. So that means reducing NOx, recharge or replace older vehicles with cleaner technologies, and mandate stricter emission standards for industrial facilities, and managing VOCs, implementing regulations on products emitting VOCs such as paints, solvents, and cleaning agents, encourage the use of low VOC products across industries and cleaning, because we see that ozone is the main problem right now. Ozone is increasing, causing these deaths. So we need to target this. And these two emissions here are the main reason for ozone. So another solution is adopt photochemical smog mitigation technique. So use urban planning to reduce sunlight interaction with NOx and VOCs by increasing shaded areas with dense tree canopies and green roofs. Improve traffic flow and urban layout. So minimize congestion as idling vehicles emit more NOx. This can be achieved through many ways. Advanced traffic light coordination, encouraging telecommuting or off-peak commuting. Okay, the fourth way is promote renewable energy use. We're gonna transition public and private sectors to renewables to cut NOx emissions from power plants, which are significant contributors, and enhance monitoring and research. So deploy advanced ozone sensors across New York City to identify ozone hotspots and invest in studies to determine how specific biking and vehicle partners really influence ozone formation. So these are the steps that I would take to solve this problem. And as you can see, New York City is having a decrease in most of the emissions, but ozone is a major contributor that can be fixed by using these implementation strategies. Also, I want to add that to make these companies use more renewable energy, the government of New York is going to offer them tax incentives to help these companies get the renewable energy they need, so ozone can be reduced in New York City. Thank you so much. And also